Hello. Today we're going to be doing a tape review, like finger tape for jiu-jitsu, wrestling, stuff like that, judo, grappling, even rock climbing. So I'm going to be reviewing 2 different brands plus something that I created myself. So I'm going to start off with Hampton Adams, this skinny finger tape, gold BKJ, a little bit of a thicker finger tape, and then just some dollar store, not dollar store, but random athletic tape. But if you notice, different widths because kind of like carved out different widths for it. So this is called like a 3-in-1. You got skinny like this, got a little bit thicker like this, and you've got another thicker. Same with this one, really. So let's start off. The reason I like taping my fingers for jiu-jitsu is because honestly, it's better for support and my fingers can't burn easily or to cover a cut, anything like that. So now we're gonna start off with like why I like these specific brands. Well, these specific brands, the reason I like them so much is because I'll start with gold. This is really reliable tape, doesn't come off, and it's really thick. You can see when I tape up my finger with gold, take a look at this. That covers the entire part of that first knuckle. You go around once, bring it right across. I don't do the full X method with this because it's a really thick tape, but just go one time across and you get that. And then the only problem with this is it doesn't have any tear or bite to tear it, so I just use scissors to cut it. But that's how you should really tape it when you come using this tape, because going across with the full X, it's more of a nuisance. So I like doing this. And then with the Hampton Adams, this is a really good tape brand. I don't care what anyone says about it coming off and this and that. Not every tape brand's gonna come off. However, at some point it's gonna come off, because especially with me, I sweat a lot, and that's what gets on my hands and the tape slips off. But with this Hampton Adams, I feel like it's never come off on me in training. So I tape with Hampton Adams because it's a skinnier tape. People are probably gonna be expecting Bighorn to be on this list, but I used Bighorn for a little bit. But my gripe with Bighorn is that it was cotton, and the cotton, I guess, it wasn't really resistant to the sweat. So yeah, it came off like within 15 minutes of practice. Even just drilling would start coming off. Then during rolling, it was just a nuisance. I had to adjust it. Wasn't a renegade choke once. But this is what it looks like with the Hampton Adams. I was able to do the full X because it's skinnier tape. Same amount of resistance with the gold, but it's just skinnier tape, which is better. These are about the same kind of material. Not really, but this is more of a zinc oxide type tape. So another material on this one, but it reminds me kind of Bighorn, but at the same time, it doesn't feel like Bighorn. Bighorn's like material. So that's gold, and that's Hampton Adams. So now I go a little more in depth. Well, I'll save that for the end. Now with this athletic tape, as you can see, this is what I did. Got finger tape, thicker tape, and then you got thick. So what I do is I just you get that, and then you just tape it like normal. This also works with Hampton Adams athletic tape. This is more like this is a hockey tape, like hockey athletic tape I got off Amazon once. And there's that simple, same as the usual. What I do like about this one, this athletic tape, is that it has these rip edges, which is makes it so much easier to tape put on and take off and grip. Because look at that. It's also very breathable. I don't know if you can see that's a breathable material right there. So it doesn't feel bad on my finger. And the best thing about athletic tape, it's meant to withstand sweat. So it stays on with the sweat. I can also do it with Hampton Adams athletic tape. So wrap it on your finger. But I don't do that with my this Hampton Mountains athletic tape because it's more for like my foot and my wrist. So this is what the athletic tape fingertip looks like. It's white. It's got a breathable material. Rip edges. It says the Gold Jiu-Jitsu. You'll be able to tell which one's the sticky side too, because it has that the adhesive. And the reason I also like these brands is because they don't leave any like glue on my fingers, and they come off pretty easily when I want to actually take them off, which makes it help. Which helps. Same with Hampton Adams. You can really tell one of the adhesive. These are probably because of the black. It's the black version, so it's darker, so you can see the glue. But with the white Hampton Adams, you'll also be able to tell. I didn't put white Hampton Adams on here because it's the same thing, just a different color. So, go more depth, starting off with gold. I love this brand so much. I saw it's a great jiu-jitsu brand for buying a gi, rash guards, anything. But see, what I like with gold is that you can't do this with normal finger tape, or at least properly. Because look what I'm about to do with this. This is a lifesaver. Ow. That doesn't happen usually. Look at this. Do you see what I just did there? I just taped up my wrist to my thumb. And that is so useful because with regular finger tape, you can, but it comes off and it's not as much support. So boom, that's the gold finger tape. Love that so much. I almost always use this for practice. I actually, and yes, I have used all of these tapes in live wrestling and judo and jiu-jitsu, live rounds, and just the entire classes. So these are why I'm bringing up these specific 3 brands, because these are my most trustworthy ones. So, to go more in depth, Gold Jiu-Jitsu, it's a lot thicker than I have thinner ones, but it's still a really good brand. I love it so much. It's a, let me see if I have a full roll of this. This is what a full roll of the tape looks like. It's just what I've been using a lot, but it's a full roll. It's not the biggest, but it's okay because it's thicker. It's not, but great. Also very discreet, especially for thumb taping. It's not as big as we're going to use a whole of that. There's so much tape, everyone sees it. And then you got Hampton Adams. My only gripe is that it isn't as sweat resistant as the others, but it still doesn't come off easy. So, also the adhesive on this and the materials is so nice, like the zinc oxide. It's like sport tape. So there's that, and then this athletic tape, finger tape. It's nice because it's easy. It's really easy to obtain. You don't have to go and buy separate tapes, but not my go-to. But I would definitely use it if I had to. Like, if I don't have any more of this tape around, and I only had this, and I had to have to wait and order more and just string without taping, or just use this, I would probably use this because it's a good brand tape. So overall, they all have their different uses, but if you could only use one, honestly, I would tell you to go with Gold Jiu-Jitsu, because honestly, with the finger tape, unless you really don't like thick tape, if you really don't like thick tape, I would say go with Hampton Adams, because you can do just about everything with it, except for like well, you can tape your thumb with it and the wrist, but it just doesn't apply that same amount of like support. Like, see, well, yeah, it doesn't really have that same support to it, but it still works. It's also thinner, so there's that. And then, yeah, honestly, I wouldn't really tell you to use that athletic tape, finger tape rip, because it's just kind of like, I don't know, it's not my preferred thing to do. It's just personal preference. I don't really have a reason. But yeah, I do have all these though. I do use all of these, like, crap. I use gold into my wrist, but also for fingers as well. Actually, wrestling yesterday, I just used this for my finger tape. Then with Hampton Adams, I always use this for gi jiu-jitsu no matter what. Recently, just yesterday, also at key training, I have all these fingers taped. It just holds really well, especially with grips, because we were doing collars that day. And with this, I rarely use this type of style, but it's also just good to use. It's really good for putting stripes on your belt. Like, I have my belt here, but it's around the same width as you would want for a belt stripe. It's about the same width as you would want for a belt stripe. You can use that, or if you really want skinny stripes, you can use that. Instructors, if you're looking for stripe tape, use this, because you also have this width, which is perfect for stripes, in my opinion. This is about perfect width for stripes. And yeah, also, instructors, if you're just applying your tape with gym, like how my gym does, it's how a buck inch, like random tape. So if you need, do this. It's cheap, you can get like at a dollar store or whatever, anything, and just, instead of having to buy packets and packets of boxes and bags of tape, better for personal use. But if you just need to fill up your gym and give them something to use, just do this. It takes like 5 seconds to really make the width and then pop it in there. So yeah, that's my little spiel on tape. Also, if you need a good like foot and wrist taping, I would go with Hampton Adams at Black Athletic Tape, any color, and then this OK Tape pre-wrap works really well. So yeah, in conclusion, this is better for fingers. This is better for injured fingers and wrists. This is good for stripes. Good for like actual taping. Pre-wrap. And my spiel. Have a good day. Keep training. Keep rolling.
Villain man never ran with crows in his hand and won't stop rocking till he clocked in a gazillion grand. Till in the wasteland sands, raps on backs of treasure maps, stacks to the ceiling fan. He rests on his ashes, ask him after 10 miles and his galoshes, smashes, stashes. Chip on his shoulder with a slip-on holster, a clip, a folder, and his grip on a boulder bolster. They supposed to know the show with his aura glow. Get from out the road when he get dough is horrible. Time is money, spend, wait, save, invest, the fest. The 10K of cave, a chicken chest, S. Yes, y'all are double, get your trickles. The best ballers pitch in and rub to get a nickels. But tut, he about to change the price again. They go up each time, he blow up like hydrogen. Villain here, albums drilling in fear. And won't stop time, villain ran with crows in their hand. And won't stop rocking till he clocked in a gazillion grand. Till in the wasteland sands, raps on backs of treasure maps, stacks to the ceiling fan. He rests on his ashes, ask him after 10 miles and his galoshes, smashes, stashes. Chip on his shoulder with a slip-on holster, a clip, a folder, and his grip on a boulder bolster. They